Just days after the two countries were doing battle on the rugby pitch, past and present players from England and South Africa have been joining forces. Current Springbok Bryan Habana and former England star Jason Robinson have launched the IRB SOS Kit Aid programme in association with HSBC Rugby Festivals. Schools across England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales will be collecting rugby kit. This will be delivered to emerging rugby schools in South Africa.
One of the greatest gifts we as privileged individuals have is to be able to give back. And in South Africa and the whole world, where people struggle, where we take it for granted, we have a roof over our head, clothes to wear, food to eat. There's people out there that don't have clothes to wear. We got cupboards full of the stuff, and yet there's young kids that go through a winter with the shorts and no shoes. And it's sometimes sad to see when you go into a community like in the Hillcrest area, in the Port Elizabeth area, and see these kids that are overridden by gangsterism, live in poverty, and there's nothing other than that community that they can aspire to. And in conjunction with HSBC and Jason as an ambassador, we're teaming up, making it great for individuals to be able to give. And I don't think these young kids, where they give jumpers, will understand one day how much it meant to a little kid back in South Africa and to a little kid at Hillcrest Primary. So a huge initiative which I personally think can only go from strength to strength.
Bryan's likely to be part of the South Africa team that takes on the Lions next year, so after a series of defeats for the home nation sides against Southern Hemisphere opposition in the autumn internationals, how does Jason think the Lions will get on?
Well, hopefully by the time we go to South Africa, we'll be playing a lot better than we are at the moment. Obviously there's been a few disappointing results, but that's not to say that the Six Nations, we can't improve on it, and then the players know they have to be at their best in order to to be involved in a Lions tour. And I know how much it means for me as a player to have been picked and to have represented the Lions. It's just unique. It's a special occasion. We're going over there. We're playing against the world champions. South Africa obviously in great form at the moment. But the excitement's just going to build. But as I say, as a player, you just need to make sure that just before that Lions tour, you really are brimming with confidence, because it's going to take a massive effort in order to beat the South African team.
Bryan, just finally, what about predictions for this weekend, England, New Zealand?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cracker. I'm really hoping the English pick themselves up. I think mentally they're gonna have a huge challenge on their hands, and hopefully Jono will call on the likes of the older hands that have won World Cups, have got some great test experience at the highest level, and give youngsters that are sort of struggling, and give the leaders in the team that need a bit of advice that advice. And I think New Zealand are on a roll. They got one more game for the Grand Slam, so it's going to be quite exciting. I think it's a sold out stadium at Twickers again this weekend, so the atmosphere is going to be electric. And I think if England just focus on the basics, work in what's working for them, don't move away from their strengths. They're a physical team. They dominate up front, and if they can stick to what's worked for them in the past, I can see them giving New Zealand a good run. New Zealand didn't win Team of the Year at the RB Awards for nothing, and they're not the number one team in the world, because they're a Mickey Mouse team. They deserve to be where they are. It's going to be a tough challenge for England, and like I said, hopefully at the end of the day, we will have a great spectacle more than anything else on our hands.
So a tough challenge for England on Saturday, but these children have another challenge in mind, giving those less fortunate than themselves a helping hand.